Hi there, welcome to the Animal Intuitive Show. Tonight I have a special announcement and I'm going to be hopefully talking with some viewer pets. Come on all you doggies, won't you walk with me? I'm the puppet dog. So, sorry, I don't know what happened there. It looks like my little intro got cut off. But for anyone who is catching this on the replay, I'm not sure what happened. My original scheduled live, something went wrong. I hit a wrong button and I wasn't live. And then by the time I got on this one, the scheduled live, it runs out. Like it doesn't let you just get on it forever. So hopefully some people are, there's Mel Mac. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you found us, Mel Mac. A little bit of a problem there. So I'm glad that you're here and hopefully other people are going to find this. It's technically unscheduled. The other one was scheduled and I messed it up. So anyway, I am waiting for someone who asked me to talk with their pets tonight. We'll see if she's going to come on. I'm not sure if she was just saying, like, she sent me an email with a question or two and some pictures. So I'll be answering those questions, whether she jumps in or not. I'm not sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm really hating it right now, technology. So I did want to make this announcement that I have officially opened the Animal Intuitive Academy. Now, I've taught private and distance and in person at times, like pre-COVID more, animal communication for almost 17 years, and been a professional animal communicator for 17 years. And you know, I went about starting this new class that I wanted to put out so that people could have the opportunity to get a full-length intro animal communication class and have it be something they can do a replay on. Whereas, you know, before everything was live, we were just doing it at a scheduled time and there was nothing for people to download later and look at and replay. So I wanted to go about developing this class and I did, but then what happened was it kind of morphed into this whole thing where I sort of took all the classes that I've already have in place, my level 1, level 2, level 3, developed a certification. So you have a business certification, you can become a professional animal communicator. And, oh yeah, absolutely, Melmac. If you have your pet here, definitely. So right when I'll let you know as soon as I'm done talking about this, sure. So this academy that I have developed is the Animal Intuitive Academy is a level 1, 2, and 3, and it's a certification if you want to work towards that. You don't have to, but my new course that I developed is, I'm really excited about this because it incorporates animal communication as well as I'm an animal acupressure practitioner and also a massage practitioner. So what I've done with this class is I'm offering it on September 17th and the following, it's a Saturday for probably 2 hours. It's starting at 12 noon. We're going to do the live recording. And if you come to that, you have the opportunity to interact and ask questions in the chat, similar to what we're doing here. I'm offering this intro class, which is really a foundation in animal communication, a really solid foundation, in which I've incorporated acupressure points and really went about it to make it so that it was a relaxing experience for you, so that if you're doing this at home, you're really going to get an opportunity to get grounded. I've got a couple of meditations in here that I developed for this class. I'm going to just kind of give you a little peek at it. It is online. You can see it if you want to. At any point, the link is in the description. You can find it through my website on the courses page. My website's intuitivetouchanimalcare.com. It is housed on another site right now, so a teaching site called Padia right now at least. So, but you can find it through my website, and the link is in the description here. So the registration right now, though, if you get in now, you get 50% off, which is a huge, huge savings. So it's $148 to do this now. You can use this checkout code Animal Intuitive Academy 1. And I'm trying to show you a little bit more about it. This is the site itself. This is the new site. So this course includes many exercises, 2 full-length downloadable animal communication meditations with isochronic tones for additional relaxation, and chakra and meridian balancing. This is, going to help you with things just in general in life, because I'm a licensed counselor, and I come from a place of wanting to help people with animal communication, with groundedness, with mindfulness. And I saw this as an opportunity to create this sort of spa experience at home, kind of a mini relaxation retreat, let's call it. And it has 7 acupressure demonstrations for animal communication. Actually, I think it's 8. I think I need to change that for you and your pet. So you can practice the animal, these acupressure points on yourself and experience, the benefits of that for you, and then practice it with your pet. And, I see 7 acupressure demonstrations, 1 bonus point to prepare for energy work and interspecies communication, 5 tools for animal communication, and you will practice this using the 7 senses for telepathic animal communication. There are PDF downloads. There's no extra fee for any of these things. Sometimes you see courses where they offer the course and then you've got to buy everything extra. This is not like that. Everything is included. I have some really nice charts that you can download, some meridian charts of dogs, and which applies to cats too. And this is going to apply, if you want, towards your first level of the 3 levels towards becoming a certified professional animal communicator through the Animal Intuitive Academy. So I hope that you'll go take a look at this and take advantage of this. It's got 14 modules, so it's a really in-depth course, and I'm really proud of it, and I think that anybody who takes it is really going to benefit from it. So hop in there now, get the 50% off. You can either be at the live attending the recording at a distance anywhere, or you don't have to. You will still get the whole thing. You can download all these modules or just watch the replay the replay on the site without attending. So it's completely up to you. I also wanted to mention that what I'm doing is, if you are affiliated with a shelter or if you're affiliated with an animal shelter or some other animal advocacy organization, and you would like to have your organization be entered for 1 free attendee from that organization, I am offering that as well. So if you volunteer with a group, let them know that I'm doing this, that it's basically anybody there that would like to enter in the raffle. There's going to be a free entry for that organization. I'll do a drawing for each organization. So reach out to me about that for information. And you can do that through Ann with an E at intuitivetouchanimalcare.com. Okay, so that's about it on that. And I just wanted to talk about that. If you have any questions, let me know as well. Okay, so if you're not familiar, this is my kitty cat Gia behind me. She is usually present for these shows. Okay, so Mel Mac, you are here. And wonderful. Oh, hey, Carol. Yes. Okay, good. So good to see you here. Carol was on last week, and I spoke with her dog, Angel. So I wasn't sure, Carol, if you wanted me to talk with Angel again. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to have Mel has me talking with Joe. And Mel, do you want me to give you the link, or are you able to do that? And do you want to put Joe on camera, or do you want to? I can try to retrieve it from an email. If you send it to an email real quick, I can grab it and put the picture up if you're able to. But let me know. I'm trying to find you. I have 2 cats. Yeah. Gracie just doesn't really, I don't know, she's camera shy, I guess. But Giovanna is she's kind of I don't know why I can't really see her very, the angle she's at. But she likes to jump in. She she is. You want to come up? Here I am. Oh, that didn't work. All right, well. So, Mel, I'm going to send the link here. And for anyone who's watching a future episode, you can either do it like this, where you can click this link in the chat and just put your phone camera on your pet. Make sure all your windows are closed out so that you're not playing this show while you're on with me. It does help for you to have headphones on, which I'm hoping my husband's watching, because if we do this and I have interference, I'm going to need them, and I left them over there. Husband, hoping he comes out and helps me with this. No, it's not StreamYard. I know everyone uses that. It's a different one. Okay, but you're here, so good. I see you coming in. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to add you to the screen. Oh, you went away. You were there, and then you were gone. You're there. There you are again. I see you coming in. Okay, I'm going to add you.
I was going to reverse the camera, so he's growling now.
I can't hear you, so I'm going to make sure my volume... I can't hear you. I've never seen your face, Mel Mac. It's so Mel. I'm so excited.
This is
make
Joe.
Sure I can hear you though, because
he's barking at us talking
Harold,
over the phone.
Could you let us know if you can hear Mel? I can't hear
Mel. I was trying to see if I needed to. Here, Joe, come here, babe. Come on, up. We're on camera, baby. Look, come here.
I'm just letting my husband
know
my headphones. I guess I could just go get them. That's an option too. I'll be right back.
He's a blue-eyed, brown-eyed mix. He was a rescue. Let me see if I need to.
Here we go. I'm gonna try these.
He's looking at me. Oh goodness. Hey Joe, say hey. Say hey, baby.
Sorry everyone. If you're watching the replay, please just fast forward.
You can delete this, Anne. We weren't prepared.
Sometimes these things happen.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Mel?
Can you hear me? My thing's showing that you can you hear me?
There you are. I can hear you.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, awesome. Good. I'm probably loud.
A little twisted.
This is Joe.
Hi, is this Joe?
Well, yeah.
Hi.
He's 7.
Oh.
He's a rescue. He's a blue-eyed, brown-eyed mix, and he is my ride or die.
Oh, he's a part German Shepherd, or?
Yeah. His mother was a pit bull that was a yard dog on a chain in a trailer park.
Okay, wait, don't tell me anything.
She was feast for every dog that came by.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so I'm gonna begin to talk to Joe. I wanted to cut you off because I don't want to get anything that might influence what I receive. But I love German Shepherds, so I'm excited about all animals on here. And okay, so I don't know. Okay, so let me. I'm just gonna tune into his energy, and let me know too if you have any specific questions that you want me to ask.
If he's happy.
Okay.
I've been really sick. I've had cancer.
Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Okay.
Stage 4 inoperable, and I feel like he's taking my load.
Okay. All right.
If that makes sense. I worry about him.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm so sorry to hear you're going through that, and we're definitely going to keep you in our prayers here. So.
Well, my scans have been good, so we're all right. Ooh.
All right, so I'm going to tune in with Joe. And for anyone who's watching the replay, please know that
You can tune this out.
Yeah, I'm always like, oh, he's great. When I'm listening to animals, sometimes I'm a little quiet. So sometimes, there's spaces where nothing's happening, and if you don't want to, please don't just leave. You can always just fast forward. You can double click on your iPhone screen to fast forward if you're not aware of that. I didn't know that for a very long time. My husband showed me that. Um, so I think you can do it on your computer too, if you're watching on your computer with the keyboard or whatever. Okay, so Joe. All right. Um, okay, so in line with what you're saying, he says, "I'm not leaving you." Like he's making this. That's his first statement. Like I don't leave you. I'm not leaving you.
That's what I'm
Um,
feeling. But he's got lipomas that I'm really worried about. Big ones
let me
in
ask
weird
him.
places.
Okay, let me see what he
I
says
kind of
about
feel
that.
like he took on my cancer, really, if that's weird.
You know what? It's not. I don't. At the same time, disclaimer when I say this, I never want anyone to think that they're or feel guilty. Animals sometimes will, as a part of their journey, sometimes animal communicators will get from animals that they're so like in tune with their people that sometimes they do take things on, and many times we do find that the people and the animal do have the same issue. We were talking about that in an episode recently with a vet who agreed. He said he sees the same thing. It was the mushrooms episode. Um, but uh, it's not something that I want people to be like coming away from this like, oh my gosh, I caused my animal to get sick. It's you have to think about it as something that's something maybe we don't completely understand in the way that things go in the universe. Animals, something where we do understand to some extent. Animals come into our lives for a reason, and you know, it's not about like feeling guilty. Like sometimes they are picking things up from people, or they're alerting people to something that maybe the person didn't know was there, and that's why they've come into their life. That's another reason where you might see that. Or vice versa.
Well, just a quick backstory on Joe Dog.
Oh wait, don't tell me anything.
All right,
I want to
okay.
hear it. If I don't get to whatever that is, if it doesn't play into what we're talking about, I definitely would
Well,
want to hear
he
that
was, yeah,
story.
totally. I
Uh,
did not look for him. He found us.
okay.
So, but it was through a family that, yeah, long story, but it was a rescue.
Okay. Let's see what else he says. He's extremely devoted. Asking him about how he feels about those lipomas.
One's in his jaw.
Okay. I'm hearing the word risk. Did they tell you don't mess with it or something? Because I'm hearing like risky, like don't.
No, I haven't done that yet because he's 7
Mm-hmm.
and I know his nails are really long. He hates his nails to be messed with.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, gosh, he's got one under right under his fork of his chin, and he's got two on his sternum and one under an armpit
Okay.
of his rear leg, and they're getting bigger, but they're not really big. And I said, well, gosh, he's 7, and um, he's at that age where I don't really want to put him to sleep. But if they have to remove these things, especially one in his mouth under his chin,
Yeah.
right at the V of the chin, it's gotten sort of large, and I'm worried about that. And I thought if I got to put him to sleep, I need to do it now.
Okay. So, and also
If that makes any sense.
hmm I forgot to also
Uh,
mention I don't diagnose or treat. Not that I know
oh,
you're not
right, right,
expecting me
right. I
to.
get that,
I
but that
forgot to
that
tell
was the
the.
only thing that I haven't talked to a vet. Well, I have talked to a vet about it because I get his his rabies and all that with it, and they told me to not worry about the lipomas.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but I worry about him. I just feel like he like took on my stuff
Okay.
that I got diagnosed in 2019. But my scans and stuff have been okay the last year, so I feel good and peace with that. But
Awesome. Okay,
I
cool.
just wonder about him, you know,
Okay.
because I mean he doesn't go anywhere without me, or I never go anywhere without him unless I have to.
Yeah, definitely.
He loves to ride. He's a car rider or truck rider or whatever.
So he so let me go back to that word because the word risk came up. Let me see what. Okay, so he's saying I don't want any risk to leave you. Like he's got like a he's so attached to you. It feels very strong to me like I don't want to it makes him a little anxious to think that if you were to do something that could put him at risk. I can explain to him like if you did want him
Sure.
to have it, I could explain that,
No,
you know.
I just want him to be okay. I know that if these things get too big or the one in his jaw gets too large, I will probably deal with that. And because of his, he's 7. I don't
Mhm.
know what he's of, and I don't know what his lifespan is. And if
You
I was
know,
going to put him to sleep for anything, it would be like, and I don't know that that stupid thing wouldn't come back in his mouth, you know?
just something to consider is and just disclaimer to anyone watching. I am not a vet.
Sure.
I don't claim to be a vet. I don't claim to treat or diagnose any kind of illness
But
per se.
you see a lot of this stuff.
But I do, and it's kind of my life. It is my life, is animal care and knowing about what is kind of out there, what's looking at research, and that's also why I interview people like the episode I had about mushrooms. You might want to look into that because
Yeah, I love that. I watched that twice.
oh, okay. So yeah, you kind of so that might be something that might help with this. The other thing is
That would
that
be, yeah.
do the research, but talk to your vet and all that. But sacred frankincense is something that for overall animal support, and we can talk more about that too if you want offline. But sacred frankincense is a wonderful oil, so look into that.
Essential oil like frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah, but sacred frankincense,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm all about essential oils. I got into that like in '04, but yeah, I make
Yeah.
essential oil candles with
Oh, nice.
basic wax and natural wicks. So, yeah, I'm a serious candle maker. But
Nice.
I do know about it, and I do with essential oils. So I'm all about that.
Oh,
But
that's great.
Joe
Okay.
Dog, Joe Dog, I was worried about. He's such a diehard for me, and I was just worried that he either contracted my disease or took it on with these lipomas that came up. That I was just worried about him. I'm being neurotic. I'm sorry, Anne.
Oh no, you're talking. Please, I. You don't have to worry about that here. We're all obsessed animal lovers here. Um, but I don't feel that that's coming from you. It just feels like let me see if he has if I can pick up any insight as to if there is any sort of emotional or a root of it, or if it isn't that at all. It could be something else. I'm just seeing, as I'm going in, I'm seeing you doing like lymphatic work.
Oh,
You know,
that's
like
good.
drainage. Yeah. I think I have a video on here about that.
I'm gonna look for
Manulymphatic.
that. 'Cause that is one thing I have not looked up.
In my massage videos, check those. Check out the playlist for massage
I will.
demos. Yeah, I
That would be
think I
brilliant because I know
should do
I've
one.
had to do that for my own after treatment and stuff. That
Oh, okay. So you
I
even,
saw the
yeah.
radiation, my lymph nodes got kind of fried.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yep.
know
Okay.
I've had to deal with that too. So that's brilliant. I had not even thought about that. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
Joe, I
That's
love you
more what I'm
too.
getting is like stagnation. Like that's the word, stagnation. Like he just needs some help with like getting things moving.
Well, I've been stagnant, so that would kind of make sense. He would be right.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
the movement, that'll just to support him with some of that. He says, I really get sincerely, he does not want you to feel guilty. Um, he's so
Well,
bonded to you. Like I go straight from him. It's like he's going right into your heart. So
well,
bonded to
he
you.
does. I mean, I can look at him and he can look at me and we can tell what each other are thinking. I know that sounds nuts, right?
Well, you are
But he's
on
got the
the Animal
biggest.
Intuitive show, so not really.
Well, well, okay. No, you don't think I'm not. But he's got the biggest thing right under the V of his bottom chin that's bigger than my big toe and thumb together. Of a lipoma that I'm just worried
Yeah.
about, and
Yeah,
it's
I
it's
think
it,
there's stuff,
it's
but
right there.
there's stuff you can
And,
do.
but it's movable and it's soft and it'd probably be easy to get out if they had to. But I don't know if that thing wouldn't come back and get worse.
Hmm.
That's my concern.
I would
That's why I don't want to.
I would go with your intuition on that if you're feeling that and talk to them, research it, see if there is any real risk of it backfiring or anything, and definitely make sure you get, your vets, pin them down and get all the information you need and then make a decision. That's my thing is like sometimes we just don't have enough information. Sometimes we get a little
Well, if
bit
his
and then
appetite
more.
and eating or drinking and stuff isn't affected, if I shouldn't have to worry about it too
Yeah,
much.
if they're not, if the vets aren't saying, you really need to
Right.
get this out, this is, then as long as they're not pushing you to do it and not.
Well, last year when I took him in for his last vax for rabies and whatever, what was good for 3 years. I mean,
Hmm.
they said they weren't worried about it, but they've gotten so much bigger this past year that was the only thing I was concerned about.
Yeah,
Shows
maybe try
shows
some
being goat.
things and see if some things that you try make any difference. See if anything
Ouch.
changes, and then go from there. Um,
You see you're privy to my private bedroom and my messy place. And shows just all up in here, my grill.
Joe, Joe, he's so cute. Um, and let me see if there's any. Was there anything else you wanted to ask him? Because I can see if there's
No,
anything
that
else.
was the only thing I was worried about. I just felt like he just caught my disease because all these lipomas came up after I got sick, and I just wondered about that.
I'm not
I was
getting that.
guilty
I'm
about it,
getting
or
yeah, and that's why it's really tough. I mean, it's not like I'm able to always just like never have like this is like practice what you preach kind of stuff. Like it's
right.
natural
And
to
you
feel
had no
guilty.
idea that I was going to level this on you anyway.
Yeah,
So,
no, I mean, but I'm saying for me,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that I do the same thing. It's not like that I don't do that either. Like I tell people don't feel guilty, but I'll start to feel guilty myself about things, and then, you know, there really are reasons that things happen that don't have to do with like us causing it. It's just sort of, oh my god, he's so cute.
a
He
human
reminds me of
nature
my
that we get
king.
weirded out by shit like that.
Yeah, that's just like it's human nature. We love them so much and we wouldn't want to do anything to that could cause them harm. And sometimes it's not that that never can happen, that they can't take on energy, because that can happen. But to some extent, that's why we work on like our own selves, and we
Well,
try
the
to keep our energy to ourselves and not put it on them. But I don't get that from you that you're doing that. I
quick
don't pick that up.
backstory on my getting Joe is that I had a bull terrier for like 12 years, and he died. It was 4 year hiatus, and after
Oh,
him, I was so heartsick about
yeah.
losing him. I didn't want another animal, and I started a church pantry for food, a food bank
Oh, that's nice.
for 6 years. And this family that kept coming for food had 9 puppies, and it was the end of December, and they had no place for them to go.
Okay.
And they were coming in on an off day to get food because they were so desperate, and they brought 2 puppies, and
Oh.
they gave me the blue-eyed one.
Oh.
And I thought, oh, this is the last thing I was looking for. And my husband had just left me after 30 years
Oh
of
no.
marriage, uh, and
Oh
three
well, that's
kids, and
why.
uh,
Yeah.
having to take care of something I couldn't even take care of myself. It was a nightmare. But he found me, so
Yeah. Yep.
it was a real blessing for sure.
Oh, that's a wonderful
That's how animals are,
story.
for at least the way I look at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're,
They
there's a big
usually
deal.
come to us for a reason. It's amazing how things work spiritually. The
Yeah.
underlying thing that's going on in the world that we don't know what's happening always. Sometimes we know an animal's going to be coming, but sometimes we don't. And there's always a reason an animal's with us. So, um,
Well,
it's
it's
great.
spiritual, and they're always, there's a
Yeah.
connection for everything, and I totally believe that.
Yep. I agree with you. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate
Um,
you taking that on a short notice.
Yeah, I appreciate everything you do. Mel's one of the mods here. She's my only mod, really. I mean, but sometimes my husband mods. So I just am so grateful for you, and
I
so
think Goodnight
grateful.
Owl would be a good one too. I'm
Yeah.
surprised she's not here tonight. She
Oh
might be.
yeah.
I can't see chat.
Well, that could be because I screwed up.
I bump into her into other channels
Yes. Yeah.
occasionally.
Yep. I see her too. Yeah, we're true crimers too on here. Some of us. So we see each other out
It's
there in the true crime universe. So. Um,
well, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate you telling me about Joe.
Absolutely. Anytime. Anytime. Thank you. Bye, Joe. Say goodbye, Joe. Where's Joe? We say goodbye.
Say bye, Joe.
Bye,
Say
buddy.
bye, Joe.
So
There's
cute.
his white chin.
Oh, he's awesome.
He's turning gray,
He's
like
awesome.
me.
He's a
Thank you,
cutie.
Anne.
You're welcome. Okay. Uh, all right. So I will. Okay.
In my
So
messy room.
don't worry about that at all. And you're fine. I really couldn't see your room either too much. So Carol, I know you're here, and you were here. Okay, so Carol was here last week. I'm gonna see if I have a picture of Angel. She was here last week. Oh, okay. Mel's back in the chat. Okay, good. So I don't know why I can't see Angel's picture. I have it right here. Let me see. Angel was here, or I spoke to Angel last week. If you want to go back and watch that episode, Carol said that she would like me to check in with Angel regarding the hot air balloon and her accident of falling in the river off the ice in the winter. Perhaps you can tell how dangerous ice can be. So that came up in the conversation. Carol posted in the comment today that for that show that the information that was coming out made sense to her about Angel, the lake that she's on, that there's a hot air balloon that goes above, and then I don't know how often you have hot air balloons, but I know you mentioned that there was a hot air balloon. I might be forgetting part of the story, but she fell in the river off the ice. So I will tell her that. Absolutely, Mel. Thank you for having Joe on. So let me just. I wish I could show you Angel's picture, but you can see it in that episode. I don't know why. Sometimes this program I use is screwy. I don't know if I did another view here. he's supposed to come on tonight. I don't know. His mom isn't here, I don't think. So I'm not sure if she wants me to talk to him tonight. Lincoln. Okay, so the way this works is I'm just showing Angel this body of water and telling Angel not to go near the ice, I guess. Okay, so she gets extremely excited about it. I'm telling her to stay off of it, but I feel her like going towards it regardless. Like this like overwhelming excitement going towards it. Like I don't know if the balloon incident. I'm seeing that too at the same time. So I'm not sure without you being here what exactly happened. But she gets so excited about that body of water. It's funny because I see her with the gentle lead, uh, which is like a thing. If you don't know what it is, it goes over their nose, and then it buckles behind their ears. And I'm just seeing her with something like that. So I don't know if you've had any trouble like controlling her, but I'm seeing her with wearing that. Like you might need some help when she gets that excited. Because I'm getting like a restraint, needing a restraint. So I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but that's the image I'm getting. Because I'm not sure she is going to be able to control herself. So with animal communication, we tell them what we want. It helps to reinforce it. So I would definitely, yeah, I wouldn't think so either. I'm like thinking balloons are usually not in the dead of winter. So I don't know. It seems like there's something over that water. Maybe it's the association. I'm not sure if the balloon, because I'm still seeing it, but it's like she gets all excited, and I just don't know if it's the association. That's what I'm feeling. Oh, okay. She has a new harness with which she pulls my wheelchair. Oh, what a good girl. Okay, so that might help. Now that she has this new harness, that might just make sure she doesn't pull you. Um, but yeah, I feel like she really loses her self-control. So be careful, because we can tell them that. I would reinforce it with her. So like I'll tell people, um, take a course with me and learn how to communicate with animals. Or if you don't want to do that, I do have a free meditation on my website you can use if you need help like getting grounded before sending them information. But send her the image of her going into the water and the coldness. That's what I'm showing her. But it would be good, especially, we're in like September 1st now, and then it's a ways off. So you want to keep reinforcing that with her, even like when you're there at the water. Communicate with her and tell her it's dangerous. Keep reinforcing these things, because animals, we can tell them things, and there's sometimes they just get it, and then the behavior changes. Sometimes that will happen, but sometimes when their drive takes over, they just don't have the control to stop the behavior. So okay, so you're saying we walk over the river on the pedway and she watches the river all the time. Oh, she's really drawn to it. She's really excited about that water. So I'm not sure. Was there anything else? I would just, I'm letting her know, but I don't trust that she's just going to get it. I would definitely reinforce it with her. Yeah, she's hardy, but the ice ridge is treacherous. Definitely. Yeah, reinforce it with her. Practice your communication with her and show her that she could be hurt. send her the image of her going under, and send her the feeling of that freezing cold, and that like you're just watching it, and she's, I really go to extremes when I want an animal to change his behavior. I show them very graphic, scary things sometimes. So I would really go for it. Like, show her going in there and she doesn't come out and you're devastated. And her little soul goes up to heaven. Show her the whole thing. You're separated. I know it sounds mean, or I don't know. It might sound mean to you. It might sound weird that I do that, but I have to drive it home. So I'm going to tell them the whole story. So yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so, and yeah, use my free meditation. It's on intuitivetouchanimalcare.com. It's right on the first page. Scroll down, download it. It's free. You do have to put your email in, but if you don't want to stay on the list, you can always opt out of the list too. So I don't know this. I'm gonna bring up the photos. This is Lincoln. Pam contacted me, and she mentioned that Lincoln, yeah, absolutely, everyone can. You guys can do this. I believe everybody who wants to communicate with animals can, and should, because they want us to do that. Animals love when their people talk to them, and they want us to be doing that. So they get all excited and to be heard. So definitely, it's not just something that professionals can do. Anybody can do it and learn to be professional if you want. So this is Lincoln. I received an email from Pam. He's a blue merle miniature Aussie Poo, Aussie Doodle, and either name, it's the same. His name is Lincoln, and I absolutely love my fur buddy. I actually was going to show you guys this because I wanted to start doing this. I wanted to start showing people the messages I get, because it occurred to me people might think that I have some kind of like conversation beforehand, and this is all I get. I tell people in my description below, if you're going to come on the show, just don't tell me anything except your main question. Okay, so sometimes though, I wish I could understand what he needs or what he wants. I have trouble getting him to eat regularly because some things he doesn't like. Sometimes he will eat and then he goes 2 to 3 days and then eats. I can't seem to figure out on that wet dog food he likes, what wet dog food he likes best, but seems to be anything chicken over any beef or steak. He likes dog foods that are more people-like cooked-looking food than looks like dog food pate, kind of. Well, that's not surprising. A lot of dogs are like that. He's a very picky eater. I was hoping you'd communicate with Lincoln and find out what he likes best or why he won't always eat. I keep dry food down all the time in case he wants it. And then she mentioned her other 2 dogs and sent pictures of them, but I don't think she had questions about them. Okay, so let's go back to that. Seeing. Okay, so let's see what Lincoln says. Okay, it goes straight to the nose. That's the main thing. It's what it smells like. Chicken smells different. Chicken smells, the word I would use is that I'm going to convey sort of in human terms what the dog is trying to say. So scent of chicken is like, to me, as opposed to like a beef, fish, pork, that kind of thing. It's funny because the word that comes up to me, I know, cute, right, is sweeter. That's the word. It's like there's something about it that maybe isn't as gamey. Maybe that's the way I would put it. Like it's um there's something sweeter about the taste of chicken to Lincoln. And it's kind of like it's like a more domesticated like taste buds, like um milder, more human, which is interesting because that's kind of what she mentioned about like he likes things that are more people like looking food, so it's both an appearance but also somehow to me it's like a taste thing. Um like a human would want less wild. Um let me see what else. Fresh is big. I'm getting like something that has a moisture to it. So that's part of it. Like wanting the meat to have a moisture. That might be a good way to put it, Mel. Like interesting chicken is milder, maybe you're saying. That's part of it. Like it's not like that gamey, strong, or even like fish, which is like a um strong to the senses. Um it's like more refined or something would be maybe how I put it. It's funny. I don't think I need these anymore. Um, yeah, he's got more refined taste buds. Lincoln, smell or taste is acceptable. Melmac is asking. It seems like both. Like the smell has to be kind of more mild, and the taste is the sweetness. Um, not as gamey, and unfortunately, Pam isn't here. I'm hearing the word rolling, and I don't know what that means. Maybe if you watch this, Pam, you could put it in the comments. If that makes any sense to you, the word rolling. Like I'm seeing him. It's something to do with the food, like something he's doing with the food or when he eats the food. I see him rolling, or the food rolling. I'm not sure which. So let us know if that makes any sense to you. Um, anything else? Is there anything else he would want? I think she asked. Oh, and why he doesn't eat always. That's a good question. It's important. Some dogs don't need to eat as much as other dogs. I had a friend like that who was really into dogs. Like she's a dog trainer actually, and she was like doing everything she could to get this dog to eat regularly. And he just would skip meals. Like he just didn't always need to eat. He went through all these tests at the vet and everything. It's just how he is. I mean, I guess maybe if you think about it, that's a little bit more wolf-like. Like they don't always have, meals ready there for them, morning, night. They get it when they can. So maybe it's a little bit more instinctual for them. But let me see what he says, because it's not one size fits all. It's what does the animal you're communicating with feel. I get small stomach. It feels like he just doesn't have room for a lot of food. It feels like this might be like the way he is, just his makeup, his anatomical makeup. It feels like he doesn't have the room for it. Um, yeah, and I'm seeing that you're asking Melmac, does that come with heritage, or are you saying, or breeding? I should ask. That could be breeding. Something about the way he was bred, because I just feel like that's how he's made. And I'm trying to get a sense too if it's a problem or not. If it could become a problem that he's not eating enough, or the one thing that does keep coming up for me is goat's milk. You know, the for probiotics and that kind of thing. I keep seeing that. So always check with your vet, you know, see if they recommend it for your pet and if you feel that it's something your pet could benefit from. But it's coming up for me as something for you to think about. Does it feel right to you to try giving him some goat's milk? You can get that in the freezer section of some pet stores. And let me just see if there's anything else that Lincoln wants to say. It feels maybe I've missed or anything. I know there's a Shih-Poo named Benjamin that's living there, and I feel like I need to bring that up, like bring that into conversation. Let me see about the brother. Okay. Is this the same? Is this Benjamin and Lincoln? It looks like. Okay, so I think Lincoln is here on the right with the white on the face, and this is Benjamin. How cute. Excuse me. I remember going to a friend's house. Yeah, you had goat's milk. I went to a friend's house when I was little, and they lived on a farm, and we had goat's milk. And I remember being like, well, this is different. It's not bad necessarily, just different. So how do these two feel? Likes him. Pain in the butt sometimes. Pain sometimes. Brother. So fully accepted as brother. They're so cute. Benjamin looks like a little otter, or like a bear otter. It's so cute. If you're listening to this on the podcast channels, check out the video. It's so cute. I see Benjamin like going like that, and I get like batting at him, at Lincoln, and he says, it can be irritating. So I don't know. He's not really. I'm not feeling like anything with this food thing or eating, you know, has anything to do with the brother, the new dog, or anything like that. And I know you weren't really asking that, but I just wanted to check that out because he came up. And he says smiles, like he's showing me him smiling when I say that. Like, it's funny that I thought that, that I wanted to check that out. He's amused by that. It has nothing to do with him, with my brother. That's funny. So that's pretty much it. Pam, feel free if you're seeing this later to comment, you know, let us know. You can always come back next week if I missed something. Um, but that's pretty much it. So, oh, so you like Mel Mac? You were on a farm. You raise goats and sheep. Um, well, that right now I don't see anyone else asking anything. So please do. It's been a pleasure having everyone here tonight. Thank you everyone who's here. If you do think of it, hit the like button if you've benefited from this. Subscribe and hit the bell so you'll get notified of future shows. And share this with others. And that class that I mentioned, that can be bought as a gift if you have somebody in your life that you'd like to do that for. Again, check the description for the link for that. And I do appreciate you. Word of mouth is my best advertising. And as you can see, this channel is a slow grower. YouTube has actually put out some big thing last week about how they're changing how they do their algorithm. So we'll see. I know they're talking more about like wanting to invest in people who are doing long format kind of stuff like this. And it kind of sounded like we did a creator survey recently, and it sounds like they are trying to listen. So we'll see if there's anything that comes out of that. But we'll see. So thank you everyone for being here tonight, and everyone who's here, thank you. And hopefully I'll see you all next week, and have a wonderful week. God bless.